Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we will be racing today from Fairview, the Polytrack, the 16th of November. Just before we look at the form and the betting, just one or two things I would like to touch on. First of all, if you are new to this channel and this video, watching it for the first time, what Outside of Genie does is we look at we find your outsider, we do form analysis, and we find your outsider that you can add on and include into your play, whatever your play is, favorite play is, and by doing that, you might be getting a bigger dividend. Now, what we also offer is we offer a daily services analysis that we give you, and we give you race by race selections, a small pick six, a PA, trifectas and quartets, and two daily doubles, and also two daily value bets and a base bet. And I would think the strike rate on our base bet currently again is about 60 to 60, between 60 and 70%. Yesterday again, we gave you the race 7 number 3 Kaysen. Kaysen, he was 5-2 at that time. Surely a best bet that you can make a bit of money on. We don't give you 8 to 10s, 9 to 10s, 90 to 20s, and then when they win, then we brag about it. I mean, you can find that yourself. But we have given best bets as high as 7-1. The other day, Big City Girl at the Vaal was our best bet of the day, and at that stage she was 7-1, although she was back into 72 when people woke up and saw the value. But at the time of us doing our selections, the horse was still 7-1, and we gave that as a best bet. What we offer you is the following. We can sign up now till the end of the month. That would include the big meeting on the 26th of November, 250 Rand. And then we have got a video that we made how to use Computaform. In my eyes, if you're a serious punter today and you don't use Computaform, then I don't know how you're going to find winners, because I do believe that is the tool that you need to have. But I do know people are sometimes scared to use Computaform because they don't know what they are looking at. So therefore, that video will surely help you to get some winners. Then we have another special that you can sign up now till the end of December. Our normal rate is 500 Rand a month. You can sign up now for 500 Rand till the end of December. And then we will include another video that we've made, and that is punt to win, not punt to lose, because most of us punt to lose, not punt to win. And you will have that video. And already I can give you feedback from the people who has watched that video. They say already they are definitely making better selections. They are winning more often than losing. So definitely a video that I think you should have a look at, and will definitely good value for money. Should you not wish to subscribe, you can buy the videos at 100 Rand each, or if you take both, the cost will be 175 Rand. And then I would just want to mention, I hear this Black Friday things coming up. I'm also busy putting together a nice package for you for Black Friday, which will be then only available for Black Friday. So I will let you know 2 or 3 days in advance so that you can sign up for that package. It would be a very, very lucrative package. So let's start off with race 1 on the Polytrack. Surprisingly, we start off today with a Fillies Mare 92 handicap. Let's have a look at the betting, where Princess Khaleesi is favored at 14-10, Brandisa 4-1, Tony Jet 4-1, 9-2, Traveling Style, Miss Orange 11-2, and Microbe 8-1. Yeah, I just want to mention, it looks to me like the bookmakers think today is going to be the Alan Greef benefit day, because except for 2 races, and in those 2 races, Ziesman Oosthuizen has got a favorite, but all the other races, Alan Greef has got a favorite, and sometimes, like in this case, both. But the second favorite, notably in this race, it's only Alan Greef and Jacques Strydom who's got the horses in this race. Yeah, so all right, that Jacques has got 1, and his dad has got 1, and all the other ones are Alan Greef horses. So maybe this race might be the Alan Greef benefit race. So let's have a look at the at the form. And here my selection is number 1, Princess Khaleesi. We are looking here at the Class B at 86, and this horse has won in a class much higher than this. She's won in a B Division 93. Captain's Princess, who is no donkey herself, has run behind the American Princess, which is not in this fall. Twin Falls ran second behind Twin Falls, and Twin Falls came out again and won again on Friday. So definitely a horse that I think will have run a huge race. Then number 5 is my outsider selection, Traveling Style. This horse is also there and thereabouts. Larry Hewitson on board, and I'm sure he will be involved in the finish. So yeah, not a big race, and as I said, not a lot of runners. Microbe that running on Friday. He's carrying 49. You might want to chuck that into the back end of your quartet, should you so wish. Then we want to go to race number 2, which is a maiden plate over 1200 meters for fillies and mares. Let's have a look at the betting here. This is one of the races where Zitwis Mason has got a favorite. Number 2, Electric Daisy, as well as Give You a Wish, the Stable Companion 9-2, Catherine de Waal 5-1, Black Moss 5-1, Parisian Friday 7-1, Hola Chiquita 8-1, Wonder Woman 10-1, 14-1, and Better the Rest. Number 8 is a scratching. So here we have race number 2, and my selection is the favorite, number 7, Electric Daisy. I've been following this horse since the day she debuted behind Joyful Noise, and she lost the ring and ran on. I remember that day, 55-1, I had a 20 rand bet on her just in case she wins her first race, and she didn't run bad. She's run against some decent opposition, Sweet Spring. And if you look here at the form, 2 out of 10, 1 out of 11, 1 out of 13, 1 out of 2 out of 11. So she has been running against strong opposition. And notably, when you see this 2 out of 10, 1 out of 11, you know that that figure, the 2 and the 1, only represent a horse that won directly after this race. But sometimes there are winners that has won maybe 2 or 3 races further that has won a race. So Joyful Noise, definitely a very good runner. Bold Dreamer running today later, and it's also one of my selections. So I do feel Electric Daisy today in this field might be too strong for them. Then my outsider selection is number 5, which is Catherine de Waal. Drawn wide at 11, did run a good race, 2 races back. Last time out, did faded a bit, but maybe a horse that you want to include in your selections, and as well as number 11, which is Black Moss. Black Moss has had 2 runs, both on the poly, and this filly is by Mishak's approval, and I'm not sure if you know that, but Mishak approval's children has got a very good record on the poly, and also ran well in Bloemfontein. Ach, not Bloemfontein, in Kimberley, I apologize. Now, this horse is only carrying 55, draw 2, so definitely make sure that you include this in your quartets. So let's move on to race number 3, which is an all-to-come maiden plate over 1,300 meters, and here is the betting as follows. Number 11, Full Score 9-2, 9-10, Moon Game 5-2, 8-1 in the flesh, Lotus King 10-1, Peer Quality 14-1, Asian Times 14-1, 25-1, and longer scratchings numbers 9 and 12. So here my selection is number 4. Number 4 is Moon Game. Moon Game. I don't know if you guys have checked it, but Sharon Kotson has got a strike rate of 19% in Fairview. Louis Makotso, I think, is 3rd on the jockey's lock in that. So he's run the 19 winners, and I do think Moon Game today is going to be the horse to beat in this race, although not the favorite, but has had run some excellent races here, just under a length behind Rise and Nerd. But if you have a look there behind Brazil Nut, a good horse, 8 horses, 1 win, 9 runs, 2 wins. 7 runs, 1 win, 8 runs, 1 win, 4 runs, 1 win. So I think Moon Game is going to be too strong in this field. Outsider selections, number 5, Asian Times. I do believe that this Gavin Smith inmate will also improve today. I'm not sure what happened last time, but I do feel that, yeah, this horse definitely in with a shout. I see this horse was gelded on the 12th of October, and I think that could make a difference. First run as a gelding marker from Rensburg on board. So keep that note. Sometimes when a horse is gelded, it improves improves the horse. Also drawn well from drawn 4. Here we have Lotus King, and I think Mr. JP Nell, Joan Nell is one of the underrated trainers in PE. He knows his stuff. He's getting -4. This horse has been placed and just ran behind our selection, and I think will go well today. Let's quickly have a look at a favorite here. Here's the favorite. Number 11, Full Score, the Duke of Marmalade, did debut on a 30 of 17 days ago and ran 4.25. Winter Vacation ran on late. Definitely, I mean, please, I don't say the horse cannot win. But 9 to 10, I think I would not be taking 9 to 10 behind this horse. Then I didn't include this in my selection, but maybe if you play a bigger quartet, include number 10. Capernaum. Because if you see this horse debuted in June behind Mount Place and nothing left, but was gelded and it's made a stable change. And the Kerraris, I do like the Kerraris. So chuck this number 10 in to your quartet and trifecta. Maybe if it comes, you never know, it's gonna it can improve after gelding, and it will definitely boost the, the trifecta and the quartet should it run in the placing. Here we have a merit rated 72 handicap race 4 over 1300 meters, class D, average merit rating 64. And here is the favorite, is number 10, All in Line, 72, Arabian View 92, again Alan Greef, first and second, then Sherwood Forest 92, Hidden Influence 6 to 1, Mujicho Magic 7 to 1, Thomas Shelby 8 to 1, Cherry Pop 8 to 1, 10 to 1, and longer the rest. Now here my selection is number 2, and that is Thomas Shelby. We are racing here in a D Division 64, and as you can see, Thomas Shelby has raced in definitely much higher divisions. Here we have a 70, a 75, 80, and he ran well. It's not like he was, the run downfield. He was there and thereabouts. Daimi, not a bad horse. Sullenberger is one of the top horses currently. He ran in a 78, and now he finds himself in a 64 from a good draw. I think Thomas Selby today, it is one of my value bets. He's going to run a huge race today. Then outsider selections, we want to look at number 1. Number 1 is Hidden Influence. I did tip him last time out as a value bet. He duly won, and I think this horse has got the ability to follow up, but surely will also be a big race and be in the placings at least. Then we have number 3, my other outsider selection, Cherry Pop. Again, as Sharon Kotz and Raymond Kotzwa. This horse has also been running there in bouts in the higher division. Blue Dutch says Pina, Princess Khaleesi, although a little bit far behind Princess Khaleesi, but definitely in with a chance. Last time behind Bloom, no extra late, but can definitely be involved in the finish. The favorite here is number 10, All in Line. This horse comes from Kenilworth, where it has run in some decent, also in higher divisions. Now the first time here on the poly, but I just got a feeling, I don't know, this horse is favorite. Yeah, he's a Cape form, but there are horses of strong form in this race, and I do think All in Line, although the favorite is not my first choice. Then they also have on the second favorite, let's have a look at the second favorite quickly, which is Arabian View. It's a global view who won last time out at 92, Forest of Green. On the poly, slow. Yeah, it did win its maiden, but I think it's going to find it difficult today to beat some of these hard knocking horses already in this race. Very experienced horses. Therefore, I stick with my selection number 2, Thomas Shelby, to run a huge race today. Then we move on to race number 5. This is going to be a nice race. There's some decent fillies in this race. Here we have number 3, Bloom, 6 to 10, 92, Blue Just Says, 7 to Duchess of State, 8 to 1, Green Dragon, Looks Like Magic, 8 to 1, Sao Paulo, 12 to 1, and Sweet Spring, 25 to 1. Yes, there is the 6 to 10 favorite here in this race. Number 3, 3 runs, 2 wins, did win well last time out in a little bit lower division, now running in a bit of a higher division, now running in a 74. And my selection in this race is number 1, Blue Duchess. I think this horse, since it started running under poly, really running well. Last time out ran in a 71, slow, got up late, And I do believe Blow Duchess, I think, is going to be a big test for Bloom. My other outsider selection, another horse that you might learn, the Green Dragon, coming from Joburg, but has maybe performed over the longer distances. But can he be involved in a finish in a lesser, against this lesser quality? And my other outsider selection is number 6. Looks like magic. Also, horse runs well. But yeah, ran in lower divisions. But again, Sharon Coates and Louis Kotswa can be involved in the finish, as well as Duchess of State. Also ran in a lower division last time out, beating Bridesmaid Blue. I did fancy Bridesmaid Blue on Friday, but that disappointed a little bit. But has got a nice draw one. Very well bred, this horse. And yeah, Duchess of State can surprise, but I think he used me more, uh, will be involved in the placings. So let's move on to race number 6, a fillies a mare 76 handicap over 1,000 meters, class D, average merit rating 69. And here the betting is as follows. Number 3, Victoria Power Tower 19 to 10, Sugar Gum 22 to 10, Seattle Mermaid 9 to 2, 7 to 1, Velarama 8 to 1, Viascara, and number 12, Mikau 12 to 1 and 22 to 1 and longer the rest. Now here we'll find my other value bet, which is number 5, Nikau. I don't know how to pronounce that. Now we are running here in a D division 69. Now if we have a look here, this horse didn't break his maiden and then was running in 73, 78, 75s and didn't run too bad. 5 lengths behind, 4 lengths behind. Now this last form of this Vashira, this last race, that form was frank yesterday. A few horses in that race yesterday, I think either won or was placed, and I think that's going to turn out to be a very strong race already, as there was 3 runners and 1 winner out of that. So that was a stronger, I think, going to be a strong line to follow, and I think this horse can surprise today, and has had 1 run. Before here in Fairview, where it ran 4th behind Scent of a Dream, way back in January 2020. Now finding it back here in PE, and surely I think they sent it to KwaZulu-Natal because they thought that might be windy, and it duly did win a race there. Now back here, and I think number 5 is going to give a good account of himself today. Outside the selections is number 1, which is Viascara. Viascara is getting 63 -4, has also run against some decent horses, and I think with the -4, this horse can definitely be competitive in this race. My other outsider selection is number 8, which is also a Zietsman Oosthuizen horse, Valerana, only carrying 53, has been running well on the poly, and has had 4 runs course distance for a win, a second and a third. So definitely like the poly and distance, course and distance, definitely not a horse to leave out. So then let's have a look at the favorite here. The favorite being number 3, Victoria Power. Now Victoria Power did come from Cape, from um, the Western Cape. Now, just some interesting story. You see this here, Europa Point. I used to have a horse called Russian Artist. Now, Europa Point, one day in the Vaal, Europa Point beat my horse. My horse ran second. And that day I said, yeah, now beat Weakfield, this Europa Point. Europa Point went on to win a future. But my horse immediately, the next race, won a race and actually won another 4 races, winning 5 races in total. Just a little bit of useless information, thinking back on the old days. So Victoria Power, this ran second to Halvering to Joyful Noise, which ran also a good race. So surely in with a chance. But yeah, I do think that number 5 will give it something to think about. And then my other outsider selections is number 8, which I've touched on. Yeah, I just wanted to mention number 4, Seattle Mermaid. Also, a horse that was off form. And last time behind Travel in Style, I said, yes, this horse really lost form badly. and boom, Dury ran third. So it just shows you must never write up a horse. Seattle Mermaid also a lot of horse of a lot of ability. Do include in your play if you can. Then let's move on to the next race, which is race number 7, which is a merit rated 72, Class D, average merit rated 67. Let's have a look at the betting here. And here the betting, we got another greep inmate, De La Casha 22 to 10, Lookout House 43 to 10, Lumiere 7 to 10, Wham Gang Midnight 30 to 2, The Carpenter 13 to 2, Bold River 7 to 1, J Fish 20 to 1, and 50 to 1 and longer. Guys, yeah, again, my first selection is number 1, Bold Dreamer. Now, this is a D Division 667. Now, I can't understand the betting on this horse. I mean, this horse is 7 to 1. It is just incredible that this horse is 7 to 1 because this horse has got some strong form. If you have a look here, this horse is run against Global Ash, Give Me a Rainbow for luck's sake, so Global Drummer, and last time out behind Joyful News, which was a 75, 84, 72. He ran in a 61 and he won that. Now today he's running in a 67, which is just about 5 points. It's 2.5 kilograms. And surely this horse must be in with a huge chance, I think, Bold Dreamer. So therefore he's my first selection. Here we do have the favorite number 2, Delicacia. Did win his first 2 races, but then disappointed. And yeah, I'm not sure if this number 2 is better than number 1. Although I like the global view and stallion by Vaal. So I think it will be fast, but I do feel that number 1, I think in my eyes, has got stronger form than number 2. So my outsider selections in this race is number 5, which is Lookout House. Also a global view by Western Wintermeer. Did one well last time out, and I do think that this horse can run a forward race and run well again, Lookout House. As I've said before, I'm not always fond of following up a horse who has just won a maiden, but these days I think I need to change my view because it is happening more often than not. And then my other outsider selection is number 7. Number 7 is Wagon Midnight. This horse also jumped. I mean, this horse ran second behind Global Drummer. That needs no introduction. And, he won 3 seconds and then won a race. And I thought, true, this horse is going to, train on. But it really hasn't. But I'm waiting for him to improve. And I think maybe today might be the day that Wagon Midnight maybe will turn around. Lyle Hewitson on board, drawn 5. So definitely a nice outsider to include into your betting. Then we move on to race number 8, which is the last race in the card, where we have got merit rated 68 handicap, Class E, average merit rating 61. And yeah, let's have a look at the betting. Number 1 at the Opera 72, Judas 92, Jagger Moon 92, Moonlight Stranger 13 to 2, Big Muff 17 to 2, 10 to 1 Galoon, City Dance 11 to 1, Humanitarian 11 to 1, and 16 to 1 and longer the rest. Yeah, I'm gonna go for exactly what I've just spoke about. Jagger Moon did one last time out, and he beat Turner Harvey. Turner Harvey came out and won his next race. But I think this horse really won well, and I do feel that maybe even the 2,000 meters will suit this horse. And I'm gonna go for number 5, Jagger Moon, to follow up on the maiden win. Marco van Rensburg drawn to. I think 5, Jagger Moon is going to run a huge race. Outside of selections, I want to go for Ferraris, little Luke Ferraris. But from draw 12, Moonlight Striker has won his maiden 2 runs back, but hasn't been, running badly. And I do think, based on that, might be involved in the finish. My other outsider selection is number 8, Royal Big Myth. Also, a horse that's always there and thereabouts, can improve. Aki Stradom, the trainer, yeah, this horse run in and out, but maybe today is the day that he's going to run in. Yeah, then there are other horses at the Opera. Definitely, I think, in with a chance, can improve and win. Has been placed after his maiden. Yeah, then sorry, I forgot to mention City Dancer. Also horses that run in and out, but I think on the day might have a chance to either win or place in this race. So I think all in all, a nice day's racing that lie ahead. You can enjoy it. Hopefully I've pointed you in the right direction to make a few rand. And as I always say, break your leg.